There it is. There it is, man. You're not gonna fit in there, man. Come on. There you go. Go take my neighbor's spot. Perfect timing. Look at that. Wow. Okay, the lighting's not the best, eh? Oh, what a beauty. Up there, especially with that old ignition there, that starter. I just thought it was strange how Chrysler, only Chrysler had an ignition like that, eh? That sound, that starter. I'm not a mechanic, you know, I'm just like, look at that radio, typical with the, what do you call them?
Wheels.
Yeah, wheels, right. So you bought this when?
2014.
Man, this is as plain Jane as it got back then, eh?
Grandma special. Doesn't even have carpets, right? It's got rubber mats.
It's amazing. It's got an automatic transmission even.
Yeah. Has power steering, no power brakes. And it's got, the only option I think was this AM radio and the power steering.
I mean, the fact that your wife approved that was like, you were probably sold right there. It's like, if she says it's cool, it's got to be really cool.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
Because it's not all women that trip out on old cars, as you know, eh?
She's into that.
Yeah, my new friend over here, he came to buy an old toolbox for me and shows up with this. He used to have a Beetle, which is fitting. Kind of like Ed, who has the Corvair and the Morris Minor. You know, it all goes together. Look at the dash. It's freaking pristine, man. Oh, except for... Oh, what the hell is this thing? I don't know what happened here.
The vents.
Why are they green?
They faded.
Oh.
And they cracked when I ran my hand over them cleaning it once. Just all the pieces fell in.
Jesus.
Where should I go?
You want to go west a bit?
Yep, west. There's a lot of traffic because of the bridge.
Montreal traffic and construction. Original paint, man. Did you get any? I guess you probably got some documentation with it.
Some, yeah. So got it was one family that owned the car. It was a sister, it seems like, and I bought it off of them.
Do you want to be on video or not?
Sure.
Okay. You know me, I'm respectful when it comes to people with videos. I mean, I'll film pretty much anything, but you know, it's just a question of respect. You know, some people are not. They're not comfortable with it. You know. I don't care personally. I mean, because then I think I would be a hypocrite. Look at all this. This is how it goes, guys. Here to change pipes in the city, they got to close. It's amazing the streets actually open. See, they have all these little like chambers, you know, where they're changing sections of pipe here, which has to be done because the pipes are like 80 years old and so forth. Where did you say you lived originally?
West Island, Dorval.
Dorval, eh? A place I go a lot of times for trains. Maybe I'll even end up there later. Look at the beautiful condition of the vinyl here. Wow, man, when you said 30,000 miles, as soon as I saw this seat, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, you're right, it really is a little grandma car, eh?
Look at this.
Yeah, I filmed it recently, actually, yeah. It's lowered. You were talking about the lowering thing before. It's funny. Yeah, there was a lot of good junk there. You see that? Yeah, right. It's probably all garbage. Wow. Man, it runs perfectly, beautifully.
Yeah, it runs really nice.
You know what I love about old compact American cars like this? Well, compact,
yeah.
You know, unlike today, this is like a midsize. But it rides like a big car.
Yeah.
It feels like a big car.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. The way the suspension is, the I guess the torsion bars. Wow. Yeah, see how the guys stop there? Old cars command respect. Usually. Does the radio still work?
No.
No?
I put in a modern radio.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it only did AM. It crackled.
Yeah.
AM isn't so great anymore.
No.
So.
Do you know like the name of that blue color or?
Yeah, it's it's like, it's not romantic. It's like dark blue.
Look at that. Doesn't even have a vanity mirror, right?
I haven't been able to find touch-up paint for it, which is...
You know, the only thing I would do with this is I would get rid of these wipers and get the original blades, and then you buy the original aluminum blades, and then the rubber part you can actually, I don't know if you can still buy that Canadian Tire. You used to be able to. I don't know. That's a beautiful color though. You just need the paint coat. Apparently you can get touch-up paint done up at like auto parts.
I did that. The paint code, it's the same paint code year to year, but it's different colors year to year.
Right.
And so they mixed it up. They gave me like a 1970, a little more flashy color. So I gotta go back.
So I guess the only option on this car is basically power steering, power brakes.
No power brakes.
No power brakes, no. Automatic, torque flight,
brakes.
and the radio.
Yeah.
And a heater.
Yeah.
Is there a heater?
Yeah. Yep, it's a heater.
What the hell is this? Oh wow. Even here they had that roller thing, eh?
No, it's a switch.
Oh, it's a switch?
Yeah. Slides back and forth there.
I don't really need this. It's more like a decor. Look at that door! I'll get a better shot of all that when we park somewhere, you know?
Yeah, I'll find a lot.
You know what you could do if you want? You could pull into the Canadian Tire over here. Oh no, we passed it. Well, let me put my thinking cap on. Imagine you probably got the owner's manual in there and all that.
Oh, you know what? That thing doesn't open.
Come on, really?
So it won't open.
You're right. Look at that.
It's gonna pop open 10 minutes from now.
Depends on the road, eh?
Yeah. So I haven't looked in there in years. I don't know actually what's in there.
I can't believe this car for sure was garaged its whole life.
Garaged or covered?
This is how you know the condition of the dash. The seats.
I changed the dash.
You changed it?
Yeah, I had to change it. It had a huge crack right in the middle.
But even the seats.
Yeah, the seats are great.
Okay, actually, I just realized this is a seat cover, actually.
But I don't know if it's because it's worn. The vinyl seats are really gross to sit on when it's hot.
Yeah, it's true.
And so I wonder if they put this cloth on just to, kind of protect you from having to sit on that slimy butt.
Okay, that's where I stopped. Okay, now we're talking, and like we're at my place, the car was like half in the sun, half in the shade. It's not very good, eh? I mean, not like I'm really making any money out of this, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And of course, for those of you who know not too much about old cars, there was a Plymouth version of this, which was called the Valiant. And it's basically the same with minor details such as the taillights and the grille design, things like that, hubcaps. Hey, you're right, the wheels are really freaking 13s. Holy shit, I didn't even notice that at my place. My God. My God, can you imagine how hard it is to find? It's hard enough, as he had mentioned, to find tires for these cars, but a white wall tire that's a 13? Did those come with the car?
Yeah, they were new when I got the car.
Wow, unbelievable. So this is what you had your heart set on, pretty much?
Nope. I've always owned old cars.
Yeah.
And it's always opportunity.
Okay.
So
timing.
Whatever good car comes along when you're looking, I'm always I'm not a big V8 guy. I like it, but I don't look for that.
Oh, you left the Connecticut plate as a tribute, as its heritage. I like that. Good job. Right on. Right on. Got the sun on our side. It's been really crappy for the past few days. What do we have here? Is that the Pentastar they put down there? That's a nice touch when they did that, eh? It's a Chrysler product. It's not a Ford or Chevy. Well, since she's got so much low mileage, let's just take a quick peek here. Oh yeah, man. It's amazing, eh? A little plain Jane car that was so common at that time that some lady decided, I love it so much, I'm never going to drive in the winter. Who the hell does that anymore? Who does that with a Kia or you know, a Honda Civic? Who cares, right?
The lady who owned it put 8,000 miles on it between 69 and 91. So I don't know what she was doing. Not much.
No kidding. That's incredible. Well, you know, there's something about getting, you know, we're going to get to that age too, you know, where it's going to be where you just don't move around as much. Or you can't move around as much. My grandfather, when he bought a 77 Cougar new with my grandmother, was strangely enough, I come from a musical family, they didn't have a friggin' radio in it. And he had it for 20 years, you know? Oh my God, your plate actually says jazz. That's a trip, man. All right, let's look at that motor now. What is it we were saying before? I don't think I recorded about how I was saying how important it is that a vehicle is more original than ever, because people, I didn't emphasize how people seem to modify things more than ever, and frankly a lot of times it's a freaking turnoff, you know?
I agree.
Like, I mean, unless you take a car like that and you put like Krager wheels on it, okay, you know, those wheels came out in the 60s, but even at that, it's so typical for these cars to get modded, you know?
Well, this is a four-door. I mean, nobody would have wanted this. Nobody would have valued it, right? Back in the day. And back when we were kids, the guy who owned this car would have been made fun of, right? You know, your friends.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, because it's a grandma car.
And,
But that's a big motor for a car like that.
yeah.
I was just thinking, my friend Scott there at Cold War Motors, I'm sure he's going to get a kick out of this. A lot of people are going to get a kick out of this. What's the trunk look like? Is it clean?
Yeah. Still has its.
Here's the toolbox I sold him, which seems like it just fit with that car. And it still has the original matting, yeah. Nice, eh? Wow. Still has a jack and all that? Yeah, look at the old jack right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's got the original spare.
It's got this instructions. It's got the original spare.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The original
Even with the cardboard and everything. It's a bias ply, yeah. Or is also known as pie cutter.
Yeah.
Pie crust, sorry. This is right here. You see how the chrome is nice, but this is typical of a Northeast car. This is the coal that does that. It's all picoté. See that? It's all like, yeah, typical. Right on. Well, fire it up, man.
Sure.
Let's get a little bit of noise here, a little bit of music while I'm outside, and I'll have you, well, bomb around, I guess is a heavy word, but, you know, just, let me just get a view here from, is it open here? No? Yes? Look at these panels, man. No wonder my new friend here, he said he's never going to sell it. No kidding. Where are you going to find something like this? More likely to find a car in this condition of this age, of a sedan like that, you know, maybe, again, out west.
Yeah.
But here, look at that. That says it all. Look at the door jamb in the seat. That's incredible. And this front seat, my God, what the hell? Is this a dealer? You know, here, do me a favor. Hold the camera at me because I'm so tall. I want to see what it looks like when I get into this thing. Look how tall I am. I'm 6'3", man. Let's see how I look like getting into this. Don't be shy. There's probably nobody practically ever sat back here. Look, I'm studying this seat, and this looks factory. This looks like something that the dealer maybe installed, actually. Look, it goes right underneath here as well. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I thought this was like somebody put this on here. This is original, man. It's pretty comfy. Look out for that Peterbilt tanker! That guy's a maniac! Must have some souped up diesel.
It's
Can I have that, please?
sure.
It's because I want to get a shot of the. You know, one of the things I love about the Mopar products from that time is the dashboards. They're just so nice looking. Everything is straightforward. It's very. This is why we love old cars. This is exactly why they're so pleasing to the eye, outside, inside, and it's just how they make people feel. And you know, I honestly believe that the reason why people are screwed up today, especially younger people, unfortunately, is because they don't have this cool stuff. Everything that they have today is cheap or disturbing, or you know what I mean? Like look, my friend here, he's in his 50s. I'm in my 40s. I've always been old school. I think he's always been like that too. And it's just they'll never make stuff like that as cool again. was an economy car. And not only was this a compact car, look how big this is today. Today, this is an intermediate. You know? All right, fire it up. Let's have you drive around a little bit there. And you know what you could do? Fire it up. I'll have you leaving. Go all the way there. And I don't know if, and if you can go by the wall there, I'll get you like driving by the wall and then like just U-turn and come back.
So go down and...
Yeah, just like along the wall there and come back around.
Okay.
And then I'll have you drop me off at a metro somewhere, and then I gotta go.
Okay, do you want to tape it starting?
Yeah, of course. Of course. If you get a chance, pull over. I'm gonna jump in the back, get the back from the view from the back point, actually. Yeah, and I think Laurier Metro is the closest, actually.
Okay. I'll plug it into my phone.
Yeah, just make a left somewhere here, and we'll, sorry to rush you, by the way. Perfect. Perfect. Pretty comfortable back there, actually.
Hang on, I'll pull up a little further. Don't think the door.
Oh, fire extinguisher. We're gonna move you over to the other side. There you go. And this guy, put that there, I guess. That's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing because the way this car is so not worn out, except for the paint, it's like a West Coast car, actually. That's what it's like. Oh, now it really looks like dual. Your name is David Mann. Gotta repaint this thing red. Oh shit. Never get tired of those mechanical turn signals. By the way, are you aware that in South America they sold freaking tons of these cars, these Valiants and Darts? They were so popular. It's crazy. The Duster, same thing. Now this is a really cool perspective, actually. Yeah, this thing with the front seat, with this protector, this cover, I've never seen that in my life. That's really cool. That's something I would research there. You know? That's the first time I see that. I really thought somebody had installed that, you know? But, I guess the old lady, she knew what she was doing. And, you know, I don't know about you, but I think sometimes these slant sixes, they sound a little bit different from a regular straight six even.
I've never had a straight six before.
No,
so,
eh?
No. This one has a exhaust leak, which apparently is very common.
Oh, you mean a manifold, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a manifold because it sounds like it's coming from the engine. Yeah, exhaust actually is fine. Yeah. And you know it's also fine too because there's no fumes coming in here at all, which is typical, as you know, with old cars. So. Yeah, it's probably just a gasket anyway.
Yeah. But it doesn't bother me, so.
I mean, look at this headliner. It's just superb. It's superb.
Named after my grandfather.
Look how weird all these cars look compared to this, eh?
Yes.
It's like I've always said to people, to me, classic cars are as close to a time machine as you can get. It's beautiful.
What's interesting about this is how big it is compared to them, but
Yes.
how low it is.
Yeah.
So the roof is way lower than even a compact car.
Yeah. Because there was no. That was right before the whole, like, you know, American standards for safety came in. You know what I mean? Like the bumpers, the side marker lights, all that started happening in '68 and then on. And you know, a lot of people. And actually, you know what? Actually, that was really part of the malaise era in the '70s. Still don't know how Chrysler got away with their cars, though, not having those huge bumpers like Ford and GM on 73 and on. I never understood that. It was just strange. They're like, oh, we could put a couple of blocks and a couple of big block bumper cars, and it worked. They didn't have to. I never figured that out. And by the way, one of the things I love about these cars is these rear windows, like on a Charger, you know, or whatever.
The curve.
Oh, it's so cool. It's just, you know, I don't know. I just think it's epic of the late '60s, you know. Right on. So here we are putting along here on beautiful Boulevard Saint-Joseph, which was never for the poor. Here in the Plateau Montreal sector, heading west towards Laurier Metro Station there. And then oddly enough, as I told my new friend here, gotta go see Ed. And we're gonna go visit a friend of his who, the guy who I filmed the '62 Thunderbird that I've been following for like 20 years, and he just bought a '64 Meteor. I'm gonna go see that, and maybe if I'm lucky it's plated and I get to ride in it. I have no idea about that though. It must be, because he's asking like $5,000 for it, so I would assume, you know, she's plated for the road. He said it needs something mechanical, I don't know. That's the trouble with old cars though, they often always need something, you know. That's part of the game, unfortunately. I don't know why your sun visor is scratched like that. I don't know.
It's sad, eh?
I don't know, it's weird. It looks like somebody hooked up something in there,
There
and
was a
scrapped
mirror
it.
here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a clip-on mirror.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it was scratched.
You know, after riding in this car now I want something with a slant six in it. I have a friend. He has a '76 Plymouth Fury sedan with a slant six in it. It was his father's car. He came from the gas bay. He still has it. He stored it away. It needs work. But I remember riding in it. Man, it was something, you know. And you know what? Cabin-wise, it's not a lot bigger than this, actually, because the people, when I say Fury, they think it's the big one, but it's not. It's not the big Fury. It's mid-size. You know. So, now, I'm also happy to say I'm not feeling sick for a change either. So, like I said, I told my friend here that pericarditis there lately. Yesterday I took a ride, a metro ride, to film a train in Saint Henri, and
What is pericarditis?
it's an infection of the wall of the heart. Some people get rid of it within a month, and some people like me stuck with it for years.
For years.
Yeah, because you have to. The only real cure is rest. But I mean, how much rest can you do? I mean, you know, I gotta take care of business. You know, I mean, plus it's freaking hard to stay home all the time. You ever try to stay home all the time? You know, do you got an apartment or a house, condo?
Apartment, yeah.
Well, maybe you know what I mean, though. You know,
Yeah.
most people are like that. It's staying at home all day. Take me to the Plaza Motel.
Right away, sir.
That'll be $6.50, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny because as small as it is, you know, you're talking about like everything's lower, but you know what? I mean, even at my height, there's still inches of room here with the roof. It's great. I've been in a lot of cars where like your head is almost touching the roof. You know,
It's the seat is so low. The seats are really low to the ground.
But I like that.
It's a very
GM's work.
antiquated. Like modern cars are not like this. You're kind of propped up high,
And the seats aren't comfortable, generally speaking. You know.
yeah. There's a photography equipment company called Bowen.
That's possible. You know what I find ridiculous is people who store their cars away in, like, you know, end of September. It's like, what do you mean? There's still beautiful days in October. Even November still has some nice, beautiful dry days.
This is when you want to be driving it because
Yes, they run cooler.
It's cooler. So you don't want to be driving this car with no air conditioning in mid-July when it's 30 degrees out. You're gonna,
You know.
This is the best time to be driving it.
As far as you know, those speakers back there, are they original?
they are not original.
No, probably not. Yeah, speakers are the type of things that.
I had to change the parcel shelf in the back.
Yeah.
To have I bought one with the little slots in it.
Yeah.
And then I installed speakers that are wired up to this thing here.
Right. Excuse me. Hang on a second. All right, take care, bud.